Welcome to another episode of Pointless Discourse for myself, Hoppocalypse and DPayne.
Oh, I closed the page. Servus or sia, which is hello, informal and formally in Hungarian.
So this week, since we're trying to catch up and make sure that we catch an episode about the holidays before the holidays happened, because
Preposterous.
I know, we joked when we hit Thanksgiving, we were like, wait, the Thanksgiving episode came out after Thanksgiving. So,
Gotta get them analytics.
I know. So this week is our Christmas episode, our first Christmas episode we've done, and we figured we would do something ridiculous and disgusting as we do when it comes to food related things. And this one is weird candy cane flavors as a tier list.
Sponsored by Scud. For anyone who doesn't know, Scud, friend of ours, the guy who created the theme song of Pointless Discourse, is known to be adventurous with his food things, even if it will cause his stomach to implode.
Yes, I remember being very upset at seeing Sour Patch Kids cereal in the supermarket, and he was willing to try it. And one day he also came by the stream and let me know that he decided to try and dip his pizza in his coffee because...
Didn't he also isn't he lactose intolerant and decided to keep eating ice cream?
He has certain brands of ice creams that he say don't bother him as much. I don't know if they could
As
be,
much means they still do.
but I don't know if it's like a coconut milk based one. I don't know if it's
yeah.
not dairies. But no, he used to have what he would call ice cream races.
I think I remember this.
Scud's a good guy, fun guy to
Yes.
play games with, but he is very much more adventurous when it comes to food than I. But yeah, so we thought we would do a tier list for this one of wacky candy cane flavors. I did some Googling and I hate a lot of what I found. And
I did a quick scan of what is here, and I hate what you found.
so this should be a fun one. But yeah, before we dive all the way in, do you have any announcements for us this week?
No. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays?
If it isn't clear, this is recorded way earlier than Christmas, so it's just man, I really hope there isn't any needed announcements between now and now. I just realized I'm just gonna break all time continuity. I can't keep track of it anymore.
Well, I
even
mean,
even though there is a friend of ours who is good at arts that we're hoping to hopefully have on as a guest at some point, who claims that I plan everything. She makes me sound like a supervillain.
you are the most coordinated when it comes to planning co-streams. I just have Thursday nights I'll message my other co-stream group and we're just like, what are we gonna do? And they're like, pew pew. I'm like, pew pew. That's about it. Whereas you coordinate with a lot of different people to keep things aligned and make sure your content ends up working out with each other. But the only other thing I was gonna say is we are recording this much earlier since we're not doing the live streams.
Ooh, sorry, I just saw a flavor. I'm like, I want to try that in real life.
Yeah, so we've been able to be more flexible with scheduling and things, so some of our timeline continuity is a bit mixed up. But I think after this episode we have a New Year's episode planned.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Which I think that's gonna be the one we have to work on the most.
Potentially.
For the idea, I don't know, guys. The one that's coming up for New Year's, we wanted to do something, we didn't have any ideas, and then we through a Google search found a treat. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit different than what we normally do.
But I feel like every episode we've done is a little different than what we normally
but
do.
this one is way different from what we normally do.
Yeah.
Because with everything, it's been in a tangent. I realized also after we stopped doing live episodes, that whole thing that we've been doing for like 25 episodes of, or 30, however many episodes we did live of top two, worst two, just kind of has diminished as we've been doing a lot more special or different style episodes.
Oh, I mean, we're just trying to like hit on the holidays, and then we've been from the
Whoa.
Google form. We have
You can hit on the holidays.
Well, the sexiest holiday hasn't happened yet.
Did Thanksgiving happen already?
But I was gonna say, and from the Google forms that people have been filling out, they said that they do like when we have more guests on, so we've been reaching out to try and get more guests. So of course that changes our format again too.
And then we actually try to plan for holidays. It's a whole thing. Yeah. There's something else I wanted to say, and I completely forgot what it was.
You might remember at the end of the episode.
I doubt it, because I don't even remember the lead up to it. It was just there, and then as soon as we hit "Let's go live," it left.
Oh, that sounds like any normal streamer.
And I will remember it as I go to bed. I'll just like lay my head on the pillow, and then it's like,
All right, so you good to roll on who gets to go first on putting together our tier list?
Sure.
Oh, and I guess for anyone who wants to join in with us, we can always put a link to the tier list in the description and then you can share it with us at twitter.com/pointlessdisco. Oh, and our other usual announcements. Reviews and sharing with friends.
Oh, yeah. Give us the Christmas gift of free promotion. Go and write a review or share it with a friend. Hey, you remember that family member that you're just like, oh man, I never know what to get them. Give them now, 35 episodes free.
That's
from
like
your two favorite streamers / podcasters / content creators.
It's like almost 60 hours worth of content. Or maybe closer to 70.
It fluctuates.
A lot of content.
Hey, but you're like, I don't know, I already got all my loved ones something. But hey, remember that really annoying person that just shows up unannounced? Guess what? You can also give them the gift of pointless discourse called, yo, subscribe yourself and listen, nerd. You got an enemy? We'll take them too. Let them be our enemies as well. You know what I didn't realize since we're rambling? Let me open up iTunes real quick.
And check if we've got any reviews. Because we did say if we get 10 reviews on, I guess, total across any of the platforms. As far as we know, iTunes is only like big review platform for podcasts. But we can make and schedule a live show again for you guys.
Mm-hmm. I still find it funny when I click the related tab. Do you want to hear the podcasts that we're apparently related to according to iTunes?
Oh, no.
Okay. First one, the Joe Rogan Experience.
Oh, Blake, so I saw that, but when the category for me is listed as just top in comedy.
Yeah, it says top podcast in comedy, but it's in related.
Mm. Okay.
There's one called Smartless. I don't know what that is, but Will Arnett's on it, and I recognize that name from something.
Like I think he was on SNL or at least a special guest. A lot of that dry comedy. He's in Arrested Development. He's the voice for Lego Batman. He's
okay. Yeah. With his ninth ab. The third one here is called Call Her Daddy podcast.
Yeah,
I don't even want to know what that's about.
I'm aware of it. I never listened to it.
I have no clue what it's about. And then, there's a scroll bar. There's more here. Anywho, I'm just gonna stop at this one because it cracks me the most up that this one is top podcasts in comedy. Morbid, a true crime podcast. Don't know how that one got in. I want to click it. Does it literally have the title of? That's a lot of episodes. Oh well. So yeah, we don't got any reviews, but yeah, if anyone, just repeating what Hop said, if anyone has a review that they have and they did, please take a screenshot and share it with us if it's not on iTunes, because we're just not notified by any of them, and we're on a whole bunch of platforms. And people might ask, how does that work? It's called Anchor. Anchor sends it all out,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all I really know how it works.
Okay. But yeah, so let us roll to see who gets to go first on this tier list.
Okay, now I have to officially roll. Let's see if the Christmas miracle will happen again.
So basically what we're rolling is we roll D20s, which are dice that are typically used in tabletop RPGs. DPayne and I are both big into D&D and Pathfinder, so we thought we would roll this so we can change up the who gets to talk first each week.
I liked my first roll, but I re-rolled and it's not as good.
Mine is awful. If you lose to mine, it'd be a different kind of Christmas miracle. I rolled
I want to see if I can lose.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 2.
Oh, well, my first roll was a 20.
Mm-hmm.
A natural 20. And then my second one was a 12. So and then my third roll was a 16. Let's see, what's this one? That's a 7.
How many times does DPayne have to roll to get a 1?
14. 12. Wow, I like this dice. Oh, I got 2 1s that time. Oh, I got a natural 1. How much was that?
I wasn't counting.
Me neither, but I still have to go first. Hey, did we ever explain what we're doing?
I did say that it's a candy cane tier list of weird candy cane flavors.
There you go. If you missed that like I did, even though I'm staring at the tier list.
And I also mentioned that, description in the link, link in the description, and to share the results that they come up with for our Twitter at twitter.com/pointlessdisco.
Let's hope DPayne remembers to put the link in the description. Alrighty, so starting off at number 1 for this. How many do we have on here?
I think 25.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22. Yeah, 25. One for each day of the countdown to Christmas.
Oh, look at me! Advent calendar of awful candy canes. Ah. Wait, this would be the worst advent calendar. Let's make this an advent calendar.
Yes. Oh, man, that is...
Each day of the month.
Oh, man. There's our first merch for next year. We gotta find all these, and guys, we're gonna start a Kickstarter, and for the 25 days of Christmas, you guys can have little candy canes.
Oh my god, these are awful.
Especially number 4.
Anyway, okay, go ahead. Let's start with one of the least offensive.
As I open up the first Advent door, what do I see behind it? Why, it is bacon candy canes.
Let's go on. What's your opinion?
So, as someone when they were in middle/high school that may have been given the title as bacon addicted, I tried a lot of different bacon flavored candies. And guess what, guys? You take bacon out of bacon, it ain't good.
Oh, real quick, before you actually put it in a category, I decided to go with 5 categories.
5 for 5 weeks of Christmas.
So, starting from the top, green is I want it now. Because this is the assumption that we've never had any of these, which I haven't. I doubt you've had any of these. But
one of these I've seen.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of these in stores. But so the top tier one is I want it now. Like, you want to try it. It looks good. The one below that is like, it seems okay. Like, you don't hate the idea, but you probably won't love it. The middle tier is maybe? Question mark? Second from the bottom is it's not the worst thing I've seen. And then the bottom tier is get that away from me.
See, mine is the same, except my number 1 is red, and my number last is green.
I didn't say colors. I just said top to bottom.
You said red.
Oh, did I say red? Oh, I did say red at the end.
I think you said green at the start. I don't know. I heard green colors. My colors are reversed.
Yeah, I messed it up the first time I made it, and then I fixed it on my end, but I didn't fix it for the other end.
Refresh right now. Still the same.
All right. So it might be backwards when you look at it. I don't know why it's right for me. But either
The
way.
text will stay the same, though.
Yes. So
But
bacon candy. So you don't like the bacon flavoring if it's not in bacon.
no, it's like I don't know why. It's like bacon jelly beans are gross. They're just straight up repulsive. So is bacon flavored popcorn.
I have not had either of these things. I've had chocolate covered bacon and candied bacon, and I thought they were okay.
But there's
There's still physical
there's
bacon.
Still bacon. There's bacon within that sugary coating of sugar. Candy bacon is good though. I made it before.
Yeah. So like personally, I might put this as it's not the worst thing I've seen.
It's kind of where I'm putting it too, because like there's a few of other ones I've seen on here that I'm like, I don't know.
Clear, get that away from me.
Yes.
All right.
Spoilers. One is coming up in 3 more. I'm spoiling this, so that one deserves to be spoiled. It doesn't even look appetizing. This is a sin. Look forward to it.
I'm so glad that I've created something so terrible of a list.
You didn't create it. You found
no,
it.
I created this list though. All right. Next up is I think chocolate mint candy canes.
Behind door Advent 2.
Yeah, behind door number 2 is chocolate mint candy canes. I personally love Thin Mints from the Girl Scout cookies. I have some cookies in my kitchen that are like chocolate mint cookies, and I like the chocolate mint flavor. So I think I would put it at, it seems okay. I don't think I could eat a lot of them.
I've actually had these before.
Okay.
I haven't had them recently, but it's like, the thing is, I'll put this as a maybe, because the chocolate is what's really turning me off, but it's like, it's not actual chocolate.
It's just the flavoring, yeah.
Yeah, so like, I would give it a shot, and if I don't like it, I'll put it in like my niece's hair or something. Like, there you go, it's yours now. But yeah, it's
a pretty safe flavor, right? Like it is weird because it feels like that should be for a baked good or for ice cream, but I don't think it would make me go no.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think like this would be one that, another thing that I don't consume, hot chocolate, but I assume like you could take this and dip it into your hot chocolate and swirl it around.
I get, yeah, you probably could. That's not a bad idea to use for that one. Okay, so yeah, that's a very like neutral one for both of us.
Yeah, it is absolutely neutral.
True neutral.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Alignment charts of how evil these are.
Yes. Oh man. I don't know what is behind Advent door number 3. Though.
Door number 3 is Cinnabon.
Cinnabon? Okay.
Like the cinnamon roll company you see at your local malls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, so the packaging on here that it's in, I couldn't tell if that's actually what it was, or if it was, like, hey, buy this and promo for Cinnabon. Because when I look at this looks like, and I think we should also just kind of describe what these look like for people who don't look at the tier.
Okay.
It's yellow and brown swirled, and when I saw it at first, I thought it was like a banana flavor.
Oh, that would be interesting. I don't know if I'd like it.
I hate real bananas.
Really?
Well, it's a texture thing.
Okay, that's fair.
But the thing is, if I don't know, I'll have to check, because like I like banana flavored things, but I don't like straight up bananas. But I think I like having bananas chopped up and put in like Rice Krispies. Like, I need to douse it in something else.
it needs a helper. But yeah, but Cinnabon, are you a big fan of cinnamon rolls from Cinnabon?
I'm a big fan of cinnamon rolls in general. This like just reminds me, okay, so since this is the Christmas episode, this reminds me of like a family tradition that like I still kind of hold up. I did this last year when I did my Christmas stream. My mom she would make cinnamon buns for us on Christmas Day. Like, it'd be the only time of the year she would make it. And so we would wake up, theoretically. We would be vertical and smell the cinnamon bun flavors wafting through the house, and we're like, oh yeah, it's Christmas, I guess I should get up. And so yes, cinnamon buns are like, I don't know, it's one of those like Christmassy foods to me, even though I'll eat it all year round. Like, if people have cinnamon buns, I'm gonna eat it, but still, like,
it gives you specific memories. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put this one as seems okay.
I think I would put it as
get it away from me,
a maybe. No, because like I love like I don't have like the tradition when it comes to cinnamon rolls, but I just really enjoy them. Strider's family is actually more into orange rolls when it comes to like the holiday season, which I also like.
I took that as just a cinnamon roll, but instead of the roll part, it's just orange with cinnamon. And
Not quite. But no, I think the thing for me is, I think it comes back to that whole thing where if I wanted to taste the Cinnabon, I would go out and try and get a Cinnabon or a cinnamon roll. Like, I don't know, like I feel like having those flavors, but not the warm dough with, you know, like icing. I don't know if I could stand it. I feel like my brain would break.
Your own icing.
I don't want to put icing on a candy cane.
You know what? If we ever do a live show, this would be a fun one. Get all these and just like, you made this list.
Don't forget. Never forget. Okay, so here we come up to the one that DPayne has been dreading the most.
Oh, there's a few on here that I'm just like, this is gross. This is just the first one.
I also happen to make it the picture of the tier list. So if you try and do the tier list, this will be the first thing you're greeted with. And they are called canes.
Describe the sin that you have found.
A lot of the really sinful ones look like they're from the same company. I forget the name of the company, but all on these lists, like, they seem to come from the same company. And like, you know what? You find your niche, you do something crazy and wacky, and it sells because people are like, what could this possibly taste like?
This is dumb.
This is gray and white. And you know what is gray and found in the ocean? Clams. Pollution also. Pollution candy cane sounds, I don't know, only slightly worse than clam flavored candy canes. So get that away from me.
You know what when I look at this, you know what comes to my mind? It's like they took smog and then made it candy, and they're like, here you go, kids.
The thing I appreciate most about it is they took the time to write a pun for something that should never exist.
Well, look, if no one's going to eat it, you at least have to make people look at the name longer than never.
If it just said clam flavored candy canes, people would be like, garbage.
Hold on, I'm going to Amazon right now. This has to be on here. Let's see. Clamdy canes. That's not how you spell canes.
It's got a 4.5 on Amazon. 107 ratings. Just as disgusting as you would expect. The dog wouldn't even touch him. Fabulous. Mix a few of these in the candy bowl at the office Christmas party. Wait, that's evil.
I saw one next to it. I'm like doing a quick look. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna say it because it is on the list. I was like, there's another one on here that I'm like, ooh. Let's see.
I think all of these from this company I have on the list.
Oh,
I'm missing one. But
quick, add it. We add it.
We have the Advent number though.
Well, this is the new Advent.
But so the company name is Archie McPhee. Sorry, Archie.
Annie
McPhee.
McPhee is like a TV show, isn't it?
Yeah, a movie about a nanny.
Oh yeah, she's got like a weird nose or something.
Mm-hmm. But okay.
I like how question number 1 on my list is: do these have red dye in them?
They're great. Wait, they do.
They do. And then is it a light pink shell color or a gray shell color with the white stripes? It's light gray. It's like these people didn't look at the picture.
Or maybe it's that thing like where people are like, is it blue and black or is it white and gold?
Those people are dumb. Okay, and then the third one. Are these clam candy canes vegan? Yeah. You should try them. They are delicious.
Oh, what a
Says Buzz
troll.
H. Who's Buzz H? They don't have a thing. Oh, they're the first person. No. He's the person who wrote the first review. Oh, the second one. Seafoody candy goodness. These are just as vile as you would think, and it is wonderful. I bought them. Oh, wait, is this the one you read? Oh,
No, but don't read this out because it has spoilers for some of the upcoming flavors.
Oh, well, here. I bought them alongside with other flavors by the same company, such as Redacted, and Redacted. Oh, wait, hold on. We said that one. And Bacon. I used a theme for a work Christmas party where everyone got to taste them, and guess what the flavor was? I mixed them up between sweet candy canes as well to throw people off. It was disgusting. Everyone was cracking up. Yeah, there's probably a reason you don't have a profile picture because you've been excommunicated.
But okay, yes. Clam candy canes, get that away from me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Last one. So, I'm not going to say who wrote this because their first and last name are on here. But I'm going to read the review. Starting off, I love seafood. Especially shellfish, raw clams, raw oysters, mussels, steamers, clam chowder, etc. I live in Boston, so what do you expect? Once every other month, I would go down to the Union Oyster House in Boston for a nice clam dinner. Whole bellies. This year has been especially harsh, not only on my taste buds, but the fact that I really can't go anywhere. So I decided to give these a shot, more out of curiosity than anything. They're not that bad, actually. I can't see myself munching on them like I would the peppermint or spearmint ones, but they're definitely satisfying my craving for the great dishes I used to order before the dark times, before the COVID. Person who wrote this, you might have COVID if you can't taste it.
They didn't say they can't taste it. They specifically said, I love raw seafood, and this is satisfying my craving for raw seafood. So...
Did I see a one review? Okay, hold on. What's the 1 star? Absolutely disgusting as expected. Kind of an expensive gag gift, but funny. Okay, you dummy.
You know what you did.
You did know what. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm keeping this up. When we get back to the next one, we're gonna read the reviews for that one too.
We might not finish the tier list if we read all these reviews for all the ones that I found.
Not all of them, just the ones by this company.
No, a lot of these are by this company. At least half of them. So
okay, well, the ones that are the ones that I think there's one that I did see.
Okay.
I will just bring up the next 2. Yeah, okay. I have 2 more. They are up. I will going to give a quick look. Anywho, yes. I lost the tier list. There it is. Anywho, where are you putting clams? You want it now?
Oh, I already said get that away from me.
Yeah, same here. Get out of here.
All right, the next one. I don't know if you can read it so well, but I believe it's labeled Cole candy canes from that company. The pause.
Why? Okay, now I gotta look this up to find out what the heck coal candy tastes like.
I don't think it comes up on Amazon.
Yeah, because it's a sin.
Oh, it does. Currently unavailable. Why should the naughty ruin your Christmas? They need some cold to remember the Christmas spirit. This set of 6 smoky cinnamon flavor candy canes show what Christmas is really about. So it's a cinnamon flavor. It's like liquid smoke with cinnamon.
Yeah, okay. There's a lot of coal candy. I also misread this one wrote like you're on the naughty list from Santa, but I scrolled really quick and I thought it said from Satan.
Whoa. But yeah, so where would you put it? People are saying it tastes like liquid smoke and cinnamon.
the heck does liquid smoke taste like?
You've never used liquid smoke in cooking?
Not that I can think of.
It's like, it's a way for you to, like, if you can't smoke meats, sometimes you use liquid smoke to give like that vibe. It's very strong smelling. I haven't used it very often.
I'll put it under not the worst thing I've seen.
Wow. I don't want it near me.
I'll give it a shot. Like the way I'm interpreting it's not the worst thing I've seen is that I'll give it a lick.
One whole lick. So the clam, you're like, no.
No, definitely not. That one can stay in candy cane purgatory forever with a few of these other ones that are on the list.
All right, so the next one is not so bad. I think it's a pretty normal flavor. Coffee flavored candy canes.
I don't like coffee.
I can drink coffee. Coffee just like upsets my stomach, and I don't handle excess caffeine very well. So I think I'd put it under maybe. Like if I'm in the mood for coffee but don't want to sit and be jittery for hours, then yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Like I just never enjoy it. I'll put it not under the worst thing. Like I'll give it a lick, but not too much more than that. Do you think they have like different flavors? Like here's your I was about to make a Starbucks joke and then I realized I don't know any Starbucks flavors. Like I remember the one time me and my friends we went to whatever it's called. We went Starbucks.
The place.
Yeah, the place you just said. And they're like okay. Everyone was driving late and they're like, oh, I'll get you something. I'm like, okay. And I remembered like I went to Starbucks like a couple years before this and they had like fruit smoothies and all that.
Yeah.
But this was in a rest stop area and they didn't have that. And so I'm just like and so everyone was like, well, what do you want? I'm like, I don't drink anything. I don't know what a mocha, cocha. I don't even know what they are. Frappuccinis. Like I don't know what they are. And they're just they tried to explain. I was like, I looked and there's just everything was in chocolate. So I was just like, what do you have that isn't chocolate? And they're just like, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'll have a small that.
It's one way to get around it. But all right, so it's not the worst thing you've seen, but it's not something you'd actually really enjoy eating.
I would give it a taste. Like, Knight, he is a coffee connoisseur, and when he heard that I didn't like coffee, he's like, this is when I was at PAX South, and he made me like he's one of those people that roasts his beans or gets like the beans roasted and like not a Folgers.
No instant coffee. No
instant or incest coffee.
Wow.
Whoa, hold on, did that come out?
Sorry for anyone who has not had the displeasure of watching a Folgers commercial growing up around this time of year. Look up uncomfortable Folgers commercial. I feel like you'd get it from there. But all right.
Yeah, now I wonder, do I have to put the explicit tag on this? Nah, we can say that a few more times. Anywho, but yeah, he gave me like a cup of coffee and I tried it and I was like, yeah, I don't like it, but it's not the worst thing I had. He's like, yeah, no, he's like, I just make it so that way people can try, because normally when they say they don't like coffee, they had burnt terrible coffee. And I was like, no, I just don't like it.
Yeah, that's how I feel when it comes to teas. Like I remember growing up, I used to not really like certain kinds of teas, thinking they always tasted bad. And then I started making my own tea and I was like, wait, this tastes fine. But all right, so I think you're up for the next candy cane.
I can read this one.
Okay.
With my aging eyes. I also like how you're getting like all the ones that are kind of gross. I see the next one. Spoilers. Anyway, this next one is Fruit Loop flavors. Follow your nose.
Is that what he says?
The weird thing is, yeah, I think that's what Bird says.
Toucan Sam?
Toucan Bird.
If you can't tell, I haven't had cereal in a long time.
Yes, it's Toucan Sam. I haven't had Toucan Sam in a while, but I do remember the commercials, and it still confuses me. Of he's like, follow your nose, and he takes a big whiff, but he's sniffing with his beak.
There's nose holes in the beak, isn't there?
I don't know. It's one of those things that I remember. Like, it's a cartoon that is giving the snorting animation.
Oh, to the beak? Yeah, no, that's uncomfortable.
He not only talks out of that thing, he smells with it. He smells his words. And this one seems okay to me. Like,
yeah, like I think it's in that same kind of thing with me where I can't actually, you know what? I don't think Fruit Loops was ever my favorite cereal as a kid, but it was never something I turned down. So yeah, I'd put it seems okay.
it's like just flavored Cheerios. It's multicolored. It's hippie Cheerios.
It's hippie Cheerios. Multicolored, sweeter Cheerios.
Yeah. Now, if you just took out the multicolored, that'd be Honey Nut Cheerios.
I do like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Those
I could
ones
just
are
eat
good.
those.
Oh yeah, I have. um, but yeah, the thing is, like, with like Fruit Loops and like Frosted Flakes, is just like there's just so much sugar on it that when you pour milk in it, by the time you're done eating them, it's like, well, then I now have liquid sugar milk.
Yeah, it's people are. I remember growing up, my parents would be like, "Drink the milk afterwards." I'm like, eh.
It's like, now I know I had cavities growing up.
All right, but the next candy cane, as DPayne has alluded to, is gravy flavored candy canes.
Do they have mashed potato flavored candy canes? You can just mash these suckers together and get a Thanksgiving meal.
Or no, just two in your mouth, right? One mashed potato, one gravy.
Oh.
But like, I want to be mad at it, but I don't know if I'm as mad at just gravy as I am clams.
Oh yeah, like that's like the more and more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, well, what kind of gravy? Is it like sausage gravy? Because I would try it.
Maybe.
I try it more than a lick.
I think I'm gonna put it under. It's not the worst thing I've seen.
I'm putting this as a strong maybe. I'll give it a go.
Look at that! We got one of these from this company that are better than scary.
I thought you were gonna say that it's better than clams. Like, that's not a winning argument there.
It doesn't take much to be better than a clam decane.
It should be its own tier.
Just clam decane's like, no, you belong in your own special garbage can. Is the gravy one of the ones that you had reviews up for, or no?
No.
Okay.
The ones that I have reviews up come in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 ones, and then 7.
Okay.
Because they were bundled together with the clam decanes.
Don't just get clam flavored candy canes, get the whole variety pack.
Get redacted and redacted. That's how I read like controls text things to chat, where I would just read it and just be like, and yes, because this was redacted and also redacted something with over in New York as redacted. Control's a fun game. I can't wait till I fix my dumb computer so I can play it. I can finish it. But yeah, moving on to another sugar water, Hawaiian Punch flavors. They're colorful.
They are very colorful.
You know what I realized? We haven't been describing what these look like.
We haven't, but I feel like a lot of them are kind of like straightforward. Like the gravy is brown and white.
Brown and white. Fruit Loops is like rainbows.
Yeah, they kind of just like diagonally went and was like orange diagonal across all their candy canes. Yeah. Then blue, then red. The coal is black and white.
No, it's black and gray.
I guess it is kind of gray, yeah.
I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, in the package looks black and white, but then the ones next to it are different shades.
Bamboozle.
But black and gray. It's made from sludge.
But yeah, like the Hawaiian Punch, it's almost kind of like they just picked like 2 candy canes in the pack and went like, these 2 are yellow and these 2 are blue. But I think
Yeah.
they're all technically the same flavor, I'd imagine.
Fruit punch.
Yeah.
They're all fruit punch. There is no other flavor of Hawaiian punch. It's all fruit punch.
I think I'd put these. I don't know. Where'd you put them?
I haven't put them yet because I'm trying to think. Because like I don't like Hawaiian punch.
It always made my teeth hurt.
Same here.
Like
And I
Hawaiian
don't
Punch and Sunny D made my teeth feel weird.
say we're so old. And so I was like, do I want a candleized version that caused me? I'm putting this next to clams.
Wow. I don't think you'd hate it that much. I think I'd put it in maybe. Like I feel like I might like try one and be able to finish it, but like I wouldn't get a second one.
Honestly, I probably put it in as not the worst thing I've seen, but it's already there.
You've decided it's equivalent to clams.
Yeah, because it's not like it's a cool flavor. Like, when I'm looking at it, I was like, I don't think bacon deserves to be in the tier I put it in. But it.
All right. But okay.
Anywho,
If you want to rearrange, you have
I'm
the
thinking
freedom.
about it. Yeah, you know what? Bacon is definitely get it away from me because I, after my experience with bacon jelly beans and bacon popcorn, I don't want anything that is bacon flavored that isn't bacon.
No artificial bacons.
I will switch it. Hawaiian Punch will go up there. Okay, it's not the worst thing I've seen. I will give it a lick.
One lick.
One
All right.
lick and
So the next one has like kind of the same color scheme where like it just seems like a bunch of random colors in a box. And I would say it's pretty similar to the Hawaiian Punch vibes. It's Jelly Belly.
no.
I just don't know what flavors of jelly beans. Like I don't know.
It
if
says it
it's-
on the side there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Which
like, you
jelly
can-
beans?
Yeah, they're flavored after jelly beans. And like I know that Hawaiian Punch, I just said it made my teeth hurt and everything, but I really do like jelly beans.
I mean, I like jelly beans too.
They also make my teeth hurt if I eat more than 10, but I'm just like, I'm putting this as a maybe.
I'm gonna put this as seems okay, only because I think it'd be fun to like see if you can make, like you said, like with the gravy. If there's a mashed potatoes, you can try and mix and match candy canes.
I'm gonna look this up. Is there a mashed potato candy cane?
Because I remember as a kid, one of my favorite things to get was like a box set of jelly beans, and they tell you how to combo different jelly beans to make new flavored jelly beans. And I always thought that was the most fun thing ever. So like, if you've got like a whole array of Jelly Belly candy canes, could you like do that too? Of course you'd want to break them up to be smaller because you can't physically fit like 3 candy canes into your mouth reasonably. Maybe? I don't know anyone that can.
Be like a hamster. There's mashed potato candy recipes.
Mm.
They look like cinnamon buns. I'm leaving this place.
I don't want to be here anymore.
I'm in danger. But yeah, I'm surprised there isn't a Bean Boozled candy cane.
Ugh. Cursed item.
What do you think is gonna be the first I want it now?
You said that there was one that you saw. So we'll see.
Yeah,
But
there's one, but I don't know if I would put it there. I just want to try it.
But all right, so the next one, I don't know how well you can tell what flavor that is. I'm sure you can see the
can't,
little
but
figure.
I will describe it to people.
Okay.
So, and then I will give my guess, and you can let me know if I'm anywhere close. So, what we have in a black and red package is a black and red swirled candy cane, but that's not it, because in the lower left-hand corner there what looks like to be the final boss from what's his
Cuphead.
face? Cuphead. Yeah, it looks like Satan with a sword and hooves. So I'm guessing this is a spicy candy cane. Is it like?
So it's labeled as the Krampus flavor,
Oh.
So yeah, I guess that's their depiction of Krampus.
So it is actually all the bad children that the dwarves took away, and the red is blood, and the black is their sins. This,
So
I want it now.
I didn't look at like so from the coal one. It sounds like this and the coal one have a similar like flavor profile. It says that it's flavored like cinnamon and smoke, inspired by the fire and brimstone that Krampus calls home. So I don't want it. Get that away from me. I think I just personally really don't like cinnamon flavored things. Like I never really liked Red Hots and stuff like that.
I want to just put this in maybe just for packaging alone.
It catches your eye, you're just like,
Yeah, I don't know. I learned about Krampus when that Krampus movie came out a couple years ago.
Uh-huh.
And then I thought it was great. I thought it was a funny thing because it was.
Because it was funny.
It was a very bad movie. But I don't know. I still enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna put in not the worst thing I've seen, which goes along with the coal candy. Also, like I feel like I am missing a very key ingredient that is a total turnoff for you. That I'm like I never had smoked wood or
Liquid
wood, whatever
smoke.
you said. Liquid smoke on the water. But yeah, I never had it to my knowledge, so that
It could
that
be,
could
yeah.
be affecting.
I also just like along with the liquid smoke. I remember I used to have friends in school that always chewed. I think was like there was that cinnamon gum, and I hated it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the you said that big red.
Yeah, yeah. But I also
I
I also
wasn't a
didn't
big
like
fan of
the
it.
I think it's a hard candy called Red Hots. It's also supposed to be like hot cinnamon
Uh,
flavor. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I haven't had it recently, but like I don't know. I like cinnamon and sugar.
Also, cinnamon toothpaste is also awful.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm like preparing myself to read some of the questions and reviews for the next one. Oh man, there's something that cracked me up. But yeah,
So yeah, so the
you
next
think we can make our own candy canes?
we should look into it. Let's do that one year. Let's make that our
That's
we can
2021's.
yeah, we can either do start ourselves a Patreon. Anyone who gives so much of a reward gets a custom candy cane advent calendar from us. Oh,
I
boy.
want this to happen.
I mean, like Kickstarter, I don't know. Like at least with Kickstarter, I'm always afraid that someone's like willing to give money and we don't know who they are and they don't know what to expect from us. At least like Patreon, it's like people that are in tune with who we actually are. But anyway, yes.
Hold on, I'm googling how can I make my own advent calendar.
I feel like the advent calendar part isn't hard. It's the candy cane part that's hard. But so the one that DPayne is excited to read reviews for is a good old mac and cheese flavored candy cane.
Yeah. What does a mac and cheese candy cane look like?
Yellow. It's yellow.
And white. It looks like a McDonald's straw.
It kind of does. And it's in red packaging, which doesn't help. I'm just going to automatically put it, and it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Because it's still not as bad as clams, but it's like.
Or smoked water.
Yeah,
Or
smoked
liquid
cinnamon.
smoke. Okay. So, here's two of the questions that I found on here for customer questions and answers. The second one on here says, do the candy canes actually taste like mac and cheese? The answer, yes. The mac and cheese flavored candy canes are, in fact, flavored like mac and cheese. Okay, but it gets better because you can see on here that was written by the seller. You go down two more questions. Do they actually taste like mac and cheese? No. They taste like kettle corn.
Whoa.
Hold on, there's like three more answers to this one that the seller answered. I'm sorry. Okay, so here's the review. Here, not the review. Here's the second answer to the first. Do the candy canes taste like mac and cheese? I'm sorry, I didn't try them. My grandkids, 16 and 20, did, and they both said they tasted terrible. I threw them out. I wish I had tried them, as I don't wish to give out bad information on what may have been a good product. Listen here, lady. Why'd you write this if you didn't even
Eat
try
them.
them? And now, the other two answers, which their names, their usernames that they decided to use to write these, it kind of says more about the person and their answer. So, Chow Doggy wrote, "No, not at all," and Grandma wrote, "Yes."
No, Grandma.
Grandma might not be able to taste things too well. Okay, so let's see. I'm just like scrolling real quick. Oh man, people definitely wrote more to this. Okay, I'm gonna save that 1-star review for something later because that's like a legit, like, it's like a one-line thing. I'm like, oh wow, this isn't like I knew what I was buying, but I didn't like it. Here's a 5-star review. It's the first one on my page. I bought these because candy miraculously disappears in our household, and to my surprise, no one knows what happened to the candy. After purchasing these canes, the culprit will be identified quickly. When you hear, "Ew, what is this?" And then you know that you caught your culprit. Overall, they have mac and cheese taste and look like regular candy canes. Even thought he wrote thought even I think it meant to be though
Yeah.
they're yellow. The package arrived with all the candy canes intact and not broken at all. Yeah, that is a solid plus. I agree with you, writer of the review. Overall, great gag gift. Okay, well, I can't tell if someone actually fell for tasting these canes of candy. And it looks like, oh, this looks like one of those same written things. Anyway, I'm gonna read this 1-star one because this one I think says the most about it. Extremely expensive and smelled like dirty feet. Flavor tasted nothing like mac and cheese. 1-star.
So like now that makes me want to get that away from me. But I feel like like looking at the packaging and the flavor, I'd at least try it. So I'm gonna say it's not the worst thing I've seen still.
Yeah. I keep losing my tier list. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one as not the worst thing.
Okay, so you get to take it away on this next one.
Oh man, you know what I like on mushrooms? Pizza, not candy canes, because that's the next flavor. It's a mushroom. It's I'm guessing a brown and white.
Yeah, kind of like a tan
swirl?
color.
Kind of like a chocolate swirl, but mushroom.
Like you could easily confuse this with a gravy.
It is pretty much the same. I wonder which mushroom it is, though.
I think shiitake, I think, is what the original label says.
Shiitake isn't bad.
It's not bad, but would you want to eat a whole candy as it? Like,
I maybe.
I'm putting that as a get that away from me.
I'm gonna put it as a maybe. I'll give it a go.
Adventurous.
Yeah. The thing is, like, mushrooms in real life, these are real. I don't know why I said it the way I did. But when I get mushrooms on pizza, people don't normally like to be around me because I have chemical reactions.
But this is artificial mushroom.
Yeah, so I have artificial chemical reactions.
All right. And then the next one, I think, is definitely not as ridiculous as some of the previous flavors we just read out.
This is probably one of the most normal ones. And you know what? The most normal ones on here are all like actual brand names.
Yeah, this is an Oreo flavored candy cane.
You know what I noticed? We don't have any like just regular candy cane to have as our control.
The list says weird candy cane flavors. If I put spearmint or peppermint, we'd be like, well, that's not weird.
Yeah, but like I think it doesn't have to be on the list, but like we'll get to Oreo in 1 second. Where would you place just a regular red, white peppermint candy cane.
I probably put him at seems okay.
I feel like this is a very bad one to put on here after the ones we already covered.
No, but I would say seems okay because candy canes for me they remind me of Christmas, and I decorate my tree with them. But I'll probably only eat a handful over the entire month of Christmas. Whereas if you give me a bag of peppermint patties, those are gone in a day. Like, I do like peppermint flavor. I just like, I don't know, candy canes are not really my thing.
I like putting peppermint flavoring in my natural oil diffuser thing because I like the smell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think for me, it'd be a maybe. Like, I'm not a big candy cane eater in general.
I feel like I
But
had them a lot more when I was younger. And I think there was a particular flavor I knew one family would get that we would always eat a lot of.
mushroom.
No. It was rainbow colored, but it wasn't like Hawaiian punch or anything. I think it might have just been a generic like fruit punch flavored.
Yeah, because they like I'm remembering like blueberry flavored.
Mm-hmm.
Um, sorry, I saw the one that's coming up, and I was like, that's a cheating one. um, yeah, it does make me laugh internally, like as we're having this conversation. For people who don't follow Hop on Twitter, twitter.com/Hoppocalypse, that's in the description below as well. She posted a picture of her Christmas tree. It had many of rabbits on there, not live rabbits or dead ones,
But
ornaments that are shaped like rabbits.
Yes.
And then I'll just turn to the right here, and there's nothing. I don't have any Christmas ornaments.
Oh, well, I mean, like mine are up later than I usually would. I usually try to get them up around like Thanksgiving. Like as soon as Thanksgiving's done, I'm the type of person that usually has them up. But this year I've been just kind of slow because like, am I even gonna have family over this year? I don't know.
There's a lot of people, and I think honestly, a lot of people I'm noticing are a bit slower putting up their ornaments this year, and stuff. But I'm like, you know what? I do think for like just, excuse me, like mental health, it is good to do something that is regular, and like change of scenery for most people who have been stuck in the house all year.
Mm-hmm.
As I say this, I don't own any Christmas ornaments, or do I want to? Or do I want to go buy a Christmas tree? I remember when I lived in upstate New York, my roommates that were like, they came up to me and they were all excited. Like one of them was like 60 years old and the other one was like, I don't know, he was younger than me. I was right in the middle. And they were like, we want to get a Christmas tree. And I'm like, I'm gonna go get one. And they're like, do you want to join us and help? And I was like, not really, because you guys are going on your, because they went to college up there. It's like, you guys are leaving in like a week or two, and then I got to take care of this dumb tree.
Oh.
And then, no one got a Christmas tree. They're like, you're such a Scrooge. And I'm like, no, I'm lazy. And so, yeah. And so I didn't get a Christmas tree because I didn't feel like watering it.
Fair enough. I've never had a real Christmas tree in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I think, is it me up for the next flavor of candy cane?
Well, we have to place Oreo. You started to explain it, and then I
didn't actually talk about it yet.
Yeah. It looks like an Oreo, guys. It's black and white.
Yeah, so Oreo flavor candy cane. I don't know. For me, seems okay. It's that same kind of, or maybe I think I'll put it in maybe actually, because it's like if I wanted an Oreo, I would eat an Oreo.
I kind of wish it wasn't swirled. I wish it was just like horizontal lines of black, white,
to make
black.
it
so it looks like just a
very
Oreo.
long, skinny Oreo.
Yeah. I'm gonna just put this in. Not the worst thing I've seen. I don't like Oreos.
Fair. You're not a big chocolate fan.
Yep. On to the last one I have reviews pulled up for. Pickles. Pickle flavored candy canes. It is white and green, And before I even read the reviews, I don't even like pickles non-candified. So that is a straight get away from me.
I like regular pickles, but I can't say I've ever had anything artificially pickled. No, I take that back. I've had dill pickle chips and things of that nature, and I like those. So maybe
I just read one of the questions.
it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh wow, there's a customer image and it's called Fancy Pickle.
Fancy pickle.
Pinky out while you taste this gross thing.
All right, how are the ratings and such?
So, the only question that is on here is, do these have sugar in them? And the answer is yes, they have sugar. Not dill pickle flavored, just dill. So, oh my goodness, this has so many 1-star reviews, even though it has a lot like written ones. Okay, here's the number 1, 2-star. When you think dill pickle, you think sour. Well, that's what I expected anyway. What it is sweet with a small dill flavor. Was disappointed. A next 1-star. Ordered these for my pickle obsessed grandchildren that lives everything pickle flavored, but they absolutely hated these candy canes. Please don't waste your money.
These might go down in my ranking, and to get that away from me, because these don't even sound like they taste like pickles.
Next one. They tasted horrible lake. They have been the least 2 to 5 years old. I do not recommend buying them. Apparently they were so like distraught they couldn't spell check what they wrote. Another 1-star review. This item was not at all what it was supposed to be. Very disappointing. There's no comma or punctuation here, so apparently this was supposed to be very disappointing, but it wasn't. So it would actually taste really good, according to how the sentence is structured.
It's so bad that nobody could finish their sentences properly.
Yeah. It didn't even taste like dill pickle and actually have an unpleasant taste. The price was too high for me, the product I received.
Words.
Yes. Didn't taste like pickle unless you like only the taste of dill. No zing and gross tasting. And now we get into the 2 5-star reviews, which in that torrent of gross, these are not pickles, we get one from Doodlebug, 5-star review, yummy. And another one, 5-star review, these are absolutely delicious.
Those sound fake in comparison.
Let's see. What are the other 5-star reviews on here? Not a heavy flavor of garlic-filled pickle, but will worth the money.
Yeah, I'm moving it to get that away from me. Because, like, if I'm eating a pickle, you want it to be a little sour and a little tasty. This just sounds like they just put some dill in it and called it a pickle and put it in a box.
Oh. Wait a second. These 2 lines don't make sense next to each other for this 5-star review. My kids love these. Fun gag gift. Was it really a gag gift if your kids loved them?
Yeah, no.
Another one. My friend loves pickles. Got these candy canes for her. I'm sure she'll love them.
Oh, they shouldn't even eat them.
Yeah, here's another one that's kind of the same thing. I haven't actually tasted these, as they are a gift for someone who loves pickles. So good or bad, it's an awesome gift and shipped immediately.
Ugh. Don't write reviews if you didn't eat it.
Oh man, this one's good. Here's the whole review, 5-star review. You ready? Oh wait, hold on. I gotta read this one before the next one.
Okay.
Okay, so this other one, 5 stars, too expensive.
Wait, 5 whole stars for too expensive?
Yeah, they love them expensive pickle canes. But here's my favorite review out of all of them. It's very simple, to the point, got 5 stars. Gift.
Okay, that's what they did with it. What's it like?
Gift.
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 Did you like the candy canes? Gift.
Gift.
How do they taste? Gift.
Gift. Yep. Hey, how'd you like that bonus Discord candy cane advent calendar? Gift.
I bought it for somebody who likes candy canes. Gift. All right. Oh boy. Yeah, no, those got moved down to trash.
If someone has made it this far, if you write a review, a 5-star review, and just write gift,
so many shout outs.
We'll have to think of something.
Something special. Gift. All right. Is it me now for the next candy cane?
Yeah, I had to talk about the pickle canes.
Okay. So this next one is a set of pies. It can be kind of hard to see in the picture with the way it's cropped. But I don't know why, but not only are they candy canes, but they're labeled as curly canes, so they curl even more.
So that way they hold onto the tree better. They're giving little hugs.
Oh. But yeah, so it's key lime pie, cherry pie, banana cream pie, and strawberry shortcake. Wait, those aren't all pies. Oh, it says 4 delectable dessert flavors. My bad.
It also says weird candy cane flavors right at the top.
It does. I think these are like fine.
I placed them.
Where'd you place yours?
I want it now.
I think that seems okay.
I
think I would really like these. I think I would really like the key lime. But I don't know. Maybe the strawberry.
I don't think I would like. You said there was a cherry one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So key lime, cherry,
banana cream.
Banana cream. See, I like banana, just not real bananas.
And then strawberry shortcake.
I think I would like them because I think 3 out of these 4, or at least half of them, I would really like.
Okay.
And the other ones aren't. They're not a huge turnoff where I don't want them.
That's fair. So you know what? I'm changing my list a little bit. I'm moving the Jelly Bellies into I Want It Now. Comparing it, because like, I think I like them more than I like the pies, but I also like the idea of the pies. Like, I don't hate the pies, but I want to die for the pies.
I'm still trying to find out what the heck this last one on the list is.
Like, I'll explain that one. That's a fun one. I'm
looking at a picture and I'm like, what is this? But yes. So like in between while we're like looking and talking, I'm just like, I constantly look at it and I'm like, what is this thing?
All right.
Okay, so now I'm up. So these ones, the way they look like, at least on my monitor, it's just a straight red candy cane. No
I think
stripes.
it's like slightly pink in some spots, but yeah, it's mostly red. Also, my bad, for the pie ones, they're just like pastel colors that kind of match the different pies. So there's like a pastel green and white, pastel yellow and white, red and white, and a pink and white. They're very nice looking.
Yeah, and they look like they just spent a little bit too long in the oven, and that's why they curled.
Oh, like when something dries up a little bit.
Yeah. Excuse me. So yeah, back to the blood canes. Yeah. So these are pixie stick flavored candy canes, which there's a kid screaming outside, but besides that,
they could have also had just a bunch of pixie sticks.
Yeah, like, oh man, I remember when I was younger, like me looking back at what baby DPayne ate as candy, I was like, why do I still have teeth? Because pixie sticks are just sugar in a tube. My teeth. This is get it away from me, because like just talking about this make my teeth hurt.
Oh, I want these because like I think it's a nice adjacent, because like the pixie stick is just sweet, and this is just
I moved it up one.
Okay, I think these would be easier to eat as an adult, because you're not just putting sugar right on your teeth. You can slowly enjoy all the sugar.
I can slowly put sugar on my teeth over hours.
Instead of just pouring it directly onto the cavity and letting it sit on your tooth.
Yeah. I'm also just sitting here looking at it, like, what? This is also like, why do they look like, what flavors are they?
Are pixie sticks actually flavors, or are they just different colors?
I don't know. I think there might have been some sort of artificial flavoring in them, but I don't know. It's just like when I look at these, all I think is that they're strawberry or cherry flavored.
I can see that.
But when I remember pixie sticks, I don't remember flavor.
Yeah, I just remember it being
Sweet.
sugar. Like, I remember going on a museum trip, and they have the machine where you can make your own pixie stick, and it's just tubes of colored sugar in a bigger tube, in a smaller tube. You funnel it into a tube.
I was gonna say this sounds like a whatever it's called. The Einstein Museum or whatever it's called.
Franklin Institute? Or...
Franklin Institute. Yeah, that's what it was. I'm like, I know it's one of those old famous people that were smart. The Franklin Institute thing. It sounds like that would be a thing in there. They should make a Franklin Institute Heart Museum thing where
for adults.
For adults, but it just says like, this is what candy does to your heart. And like, man. Okay, for people who don't know what the Franklin Institute is, it's, I don't know. I've only been there like twice, but it's cool.
Oh, I've been there a lot. It was kind of like the school field trip of choice for a lot of the schools I went to. And I've also gone back as an adult. And the one day I planned to go back as an adult, they were apparently opening a new wing, which was fun because they also hired a bunch of historical actors to play a bunch of scientists. So it was really cool. Like, they had a Marie Curie and all this other stuff, and you could ask them questions and they would stay in character. And granted, the Franklin Institute is meant for like young adults, but I had a fun time. And I know they also, before COVID happened, they had a whole bunch of after-hour events where they would serve cocktails. You could spend the night. You could learn science in a more like adult-oriented atmosphere. But I remember hanging out with the Nikola Tesla character, and he was telling, and then he broke character because we were adults, and he was telling us some fun stories about how he got into acting and how much fun he had like getting into the role of Tesla. But like, I was like, oh, I'm like a computer electrical engineer, and he was like, can you tell me the differences in the currents that I studied versus Edison studied? And I just was like, my brain's dead. I know the answer. And like, I stared at him. He's like, I can tell you know the answer. I was like, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, it's
in Philly Philadelphia. I always forget people not from around here. When I say Philly, they're like, where?
Yeah, you guys don't exist. If you don't exist around Philadelphia, y'all aren't real.
Thank you, all the foreign listeners.
Yes, from California to Midmar. I almost said Midgar.
Midgar, maybe. Maybe someone in Midgar is using a VPN, so they look like they're from.
We're getting Sauron to listen. We have the eye of Sauron in the ears. They're very crusty.
But yeah, so this next flavor, I don't know if you can tell what it is, DPayne. But the colors...
I can now. I see the picture.
Yeah, the colors for the listeners are kind of like a reddish orange and yellow. So real good pizza colors.
Sky like a big pizza pie. Give me candy canes.
It's not the worst thing I've seen, but I don't think I would like them.
I'll put this under maybe.
Is it because of your brand?
That, but I would also try it. No. I was thinking about putting it. Seems okay, but I was like, no. I'll put it under a maybe because it's definitely no clam.
It's not as bad as clam. Yeah,
it's no clam, but it's just like, so I'm like, I feel like at a maybe after I try it, it could either been like, yeah, it was okay, but I'd rather not have it again, or it's like, yeah, I'll have it more.
Yeah, for anyone who's not familiar with DPayne's stream, pizza is the pizza is very much the theming. So when I saw a pizza candy cane, I was like, I can't not put it on the list.
Did you see my Twitter thing that I posted today?
Was it about how it was pizza sauce and not you dying?
Yeah. So, for context, because Twitter moves at the speed of dumb, and so people by the time this comes out won't hear it or see it. Um, I looked down at my arm, and like I was the reason why I thought it was blood was the fact that like there's like I don't know, there's like some sort of rash thing and it's like a little bit open, but it was just like not to go into too much detail. I was like, oh crap, did I bump it or scratch it and now I'm bleeding? That's not good. And then I looked at it more and I was like, wait a second, that's pizza sauce. That's not blood at all. And yeah, I bleed pizza sauce. But moving along, I can't read this next one either. So this one
Can you
looks...
see the picture?
Okay, I'll describe as much as I can, and I'll see if I can get there. So once again, we have another yellow and brown candy cane. Is this caramel?
No, it is rotisserie chicken.
Oh, okay. So it isn't a Liberty Bell. I don't like. I don't think I want this one.
You sounded hopeful, and then you were like, "Yeah, no, yeah, get that away from me." I think the smell would like scare me more. Like, I think
I'm gonna give it a lick.
you're gonna give it a lick.
I'm gonna give it a lick.
I don't imagine it can smell pleasant.
I don't think it. I want to look this one. This one needs a review. Well, hold on one sec. Oh no, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of things. Chicken flavored. Nah, that's not how you spell flavored. Candy cane. Why is the first thing called cat butt orange flavored fruit jellies?
What did you? What?
I typed in chicken flavored candy cane.
How did I don't wait?
Mini popcorn balls. Let's see, fried chicken. Or road. I don't know how to spell rotisserie. Yeah, it's not showing up for me. Alright, there we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it'd be good if I could spell rotisserie correctly. They're currently unavailable.
They're that popular?
And out of the 89 reviews, it has a 4.5 review. No questions. But it does have a choking hazard. Because apparently it has small parts. Oh, never mind. I didn't scroll down far enough. These are funny questions. Okay, once again, it's are these candy canes vegan? And it just gives you a list of the ingredients. But the next one, what are the nutritional facts? And here's the reply by Delta One. Trust me, once you smell them and take one taste, you won't care about anything about any nutritional facts because you won't be eating them anyway. Lol. Honestly, though, I don't recall seeing any nutritional information on the packaging when they came in. Although I would guess they're probably about the same as any other candy cane product.
So people seem less angry at this than some of the other flavors.
Well,
oh, okay. Did I speak too soon?
I just scrolled down to the reviews. Oh, well, okay. I'm not gonna read this whole one because it's Delta One. It's this whole thing. It's pretty much just him saying that they are terrible, and the title of his says "Needs Salt," but we already read something by Delta One earlier. Okay. This is okay. This review right here is probably going to affect my answer. And I will say, Hop, if this gets a little bit too real and too gross, you can say stop, and I will stop.
Oh no!
As I just did a quick scan down it, it is called the Rotisserie Chicken Puke Massacre. Yeah, It starts off, you guys, let me tell you what transpired at my house, which shall hence in here and after be known as the rotisserie chicken candy cane massacre of 2018. Chicken candy cane. That's a tongue twister. 1. My son gave my son a rotisserie chicken flavor candy cane, didn't tell him the flavor. 2. Made a video of him eating it. 3. He said it was disgusting. 4. I could smell it from across the table. 5. I started dry heaving. 6. Son goes into the living room. 7. Son proceeds to puke a lot everywhere. 8. I'm still trying not to, but I am coughing and my eyes are watering. 9. I assess the puke damage. He's on the couch sitting Indian style, and there's a lake of puke on him and on the couch. 10. I help him get his shirt off. 11. I peel back the rug so if anything gets anywhere else, it's on the wood floor. 12. I hand my son a wet washcloth and catch a whiff of his puke. 13. I run to the bathroom and puke in my hands on the way there, and then puke in the sink. Guess what I had for dinner? Chicken. 14. You know what? This could just be a bad case of food poisoning. This probably couldn't be the actual chicken flavored candy cane. Anywho, the funny thing is this review got way more people saying that it was helpful. Probably why no one else can get it. 14. I come out with peach spray and flood the house with it. 15. Son cleans up his puke, carries a ball of puke clothes and towels to the laundry room. 16. Son comes back with more towels to clean up more puke. 17. Son sprays pineapple air freshener. 18. I think I'm going to puke again. I run to the kitchen sink as I'm heaving. What's in the sink? Last night's chicken. 19. I sit in another room to calm down. 20. Son is taking a shower. Moral. Chicken flavored candy canes induce vomiting even from people who didn't eat it. Don't buy chicken candy canes. The house smells like puke, peaches, and pineapples.
What a horror story.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I don't want it. I figured the smell would be strong enough that it would make me go, no thank you. Don't want this.
Okay. So here's another review, and it's much shorter than this, but this isn't okay. I was like, is this just a case of bad chicken being cooked before and they're just having this? It's literally the next review. I tried this out of curiosity. At first, I was surprised how much it tastes like chicken. Then the aftertaste. I'm dry heaving and can't get the taste or smell out of my mouth. Would not recommend these to the worst person in the world. Yeah. Yeah, no, you guys made poison canes, and where did I put this? No, it's not the worst thing. This is literal poison.
This is poison.
This is poison canes. I'm gonna get them from a family. I kid. This would have to be okay if we make this the flavors of the Pointless Discourse Advent calendar. That one is going to have to be replaced, or has to be the last one. So that
I don't want people to do that on Christmas.
Well, that way they can get through all the good flavors and at least keep trying it.
Well, I guess so, but also it's not available, probably for a reason.
Oh yeah. I wonder if there's lawsuits.
That'd be interesting. I don't know how much you could prove that it was the candy itself.
So. Still, all these should be in there, and then the last one, everyone will be like, "Is it the chicken one? Is it?"
I hope it's not the chicken day. All right, but okay. So the next one.
We need to read more reviews.
If only we had more time. But yeah, so the next one is a pretty safe flavor, I think, as well. Sour Patch Kids. It's just, it looks like each candy cane is a different typical flavor. There's a red, green, and orange. I'll put it, seems okay.
That's what I put.
Yeah. I'd like them, but it's not something I want to try right now.
Because if I remember Sour Patch Kids, they have that coating of sour powder on it, and then it's sweet. And I was like, you know what, that probably wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
All right. I'm hearing like beats, and I'm just like, is someone playing music outside Hop's house, or is that the bunny just jumping around?
He's eating right now.
I don't know. Unless it's something coming through. I don't know. There's nothing playing on my end. Whatever. Yeah, so this is the one I was like, interesting. This one I think I wouldn't mind giving it a go because this one is a white base with a uh red swirling line surrounded by two thin green lines. And this is a sriracha flavored candy cane. And I like sriracha a lot. And so I don't even want to look at reviews because this might be a poison one as well. But I will put this one under seems okay.
Like, I like sriracha, but I don't know if I like it enough to just eat it alone. So I'm gonna put it under maybe. No,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Well, like I'm wondering because it's probably still sweet.
Somewhere in there,
Yeah.
probably.
So, but yeah, I was like, there we go. I'll put that there.
Yeah, like all right. So the next one is Starbursts, and they're just like solid red or solid green for this particular Starburst box. I wonder if they sell different candy canes for the Starburst and the different flavors.
Nah.
I think I'd put this in seems okay because like I like Starburst.
I don't mind Starburst, but they're just like really hard candy.
Yeah,
I
but this
don't.
would be in candy cane form.
Yeah, well, you know who could also make that argument? Fried chicken and clams. That didn't make it up higher on the list. Yeah, I put it as maybe. I don't mind Starburst, but they're not my favorite candy.
That's
And
fair. I could eat a ton of them because who needs teeth at the end of the day?
me? Oh man. This one, okay. So, we have another blood cane. It is looks like it's all red from the picture, unless there's probably like one of those slightly off shade red swirls. You know what? I don't know. I might have had these ones before, but still, they're Swedish fish flavored candy canes, and I really like Swedish fish.
Like, I also really like Swedish fish, but I remember getting Swedish fish flavored. What do you call it from Rita's? The water
Gelato.
ice.
Oh, the water ice, yeah.
And I didn't like the Swedish fish flavored water ice. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
So I don't know if I just don't like the flavor when it's not in the chewy context. So I think I'm gonna put it under maybe.
I'm gonna put this one under seems okay. I realize that the sound that I'm hearing is coming from the apartments around me.
Oh, they're blasting music.
Um, Someone is.
Somebody is.
It sounds like someone is playing Marilyn Manson "Beautiful People," but it's like knowing who my neighbors. Well, I don't know who my neighbors are, but general observation and hearing music from before, I highly doubt that is the case.
I was gonna say I was listening to that the other day while I was decorating my Christmas tree.
The beautiful tree. Beautiful tree.
But so the next candy cane, it's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see the name of it at the bottom is Warheads.
Mm-hmm.
And I never have had a warhead in my life. I never accepted the dare to have a warhead to see if I could take the sour. But I think I could eat one and not hate it as much as clams or poison. So I think I'm going to put it in it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
That's where I'm gonna put it too. I have had warheads before. They're not my favorite, but like I don't know. They came out when I was in third grade, and I remember we convinced my third grade teacher to try one. And like Mrs. Brown, sweet lady, super cool. She's the one that actually took my class to the Franklin Institute. And yeah, she tried it. They gave her one of the lighter ones. I think like black cherry was like the most sour because
Okay.
there was different rankings in sourness.
I remember like the ones that all the kids around me had were like the lemon ones.
Hmm. They gave her, I think, was like a whatever green was.
Okay.
And I think green was one of the ones that, like, for the most part, isn't as sour. And like
Mm-hmm.
for people who never had a warhead pretty much was. It's funny because, like, if you everyone remembers our gummy episode, you'll be like, why aren't you hating on warheads the way you hated on gummies? Because the inside had a liquid, and it was like a sweet liquid. But the difference is you don't have to chew, and they don't stick to each other because warheads were smart and individually packaged them. Um, but yeah, it was a sour candy, and the whole thing was that you would put it in your mouth, and you had to suck on the candy for, I think it was like 30 seconds to a minute, and like that was the challenge, to do that to get the sour off, and then you had like just a regular sweet candy, and yeah, it's what stupid people did to keep trying it, or smart people to force other people to do it.
Yeah, I never participated as a kid. But so you're stuck with a final candy cane. Are you
That
ready? Are you
I
ready to
have
make a
absolute.
guess, or do you want
All
me to just
right.
tell you?
No, I want to make a guess. Okay, so I I will describe what I'm seeing. Okay, so this candy cane is green and white. Green swirls around a white base. Um, and then it's another one that has a picture, and the only way I can describe this picture is that it's a loofah, or, or whatever those things like. You have, I forget what the actual name is if didn't say the right thing, but that you put your soap in to wash your body.
Yeah,
Is
a
that a
loofah.
loofah? Okay. It's one of those words that I'm like, I think I read but never actually, or didn't hear often. It's not the same shade of green as pickle. Is it wasabi?
It's wasabi.
I was like, what's green? And a lot of people would like.
Like is a exaggerated term because I want that away from me.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of wasabi either because it's so hot. And he's like, DPayne, you like sriracha? I was like, well, shut up. It's my list.
I do what I want.
I'm going to put this as get it away from me.
Yep. So we have compiled our tier list. Are there any you would rearrange after looking at the full list? I think I'm pretty comfortable.
I think I want to move mushrooms down to not the worst thing I've seen.
Mine is very weighted to be like my the I Want It Now only has 2 candy canes in it and everything else seems pretty even.
I have one I want it now, which was the pie one. What was your 2 you want it now?
Jelly Belly and Pixie Sticks.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. So guys, we have a year now to make the Pointless Discourse Advent Calendar candy canes.
Yeah, if you guys know of any other crazy flavor candy canes that I have somehow missed out on, also share that with us at twitter.com/pointlessdisco.
You know what? I wasn't really thinking of like some of the flavors you put down, even though like I'm pretty sure if I did some research, I would find them. But my brain, when I was thinking of weird candy cane flavors, the only thing that was coming to mind was blueberry, and I was like, my head was like, all I want now is a blueberry candy cane.
I saw blueberry came up, but I was like, that's not so odd. Like,
Yeah, it's not weird. It's just good.
yeah, like weird for me is like the Cinnabon one, where it's the flavors would be there, but the texture is not the same, or just outwardly weird, where you're like, gravy. I want to put gravy in a candy form. But
So it looks like we have to try candied mashed potatoes and then get the gravy candy cane and then eat them together and see how they taste.
and see if we puke.
I haven't puked in years.
I don't remember. Oh, I had gotten food poisoning like 2 or 3 years ago. That was particularly bad. But other than that, yeah, it's not a common occurrence for me.
Yeah, like there's been a few times where I'm like, oh my goodness, like because I never expect to talk about puke this much on a Christmas episode, but it's just like, if you ever sit there and you're like, man, that I feel like I'm going to puke, and I feel so like bad that I think if I just puke, I will feel better.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like my brain. I was like a few times where I'm just like, oh my goodness, I think this is all I need to do, and I will feel better because this is gone. And my brain is like, no, you you say no to those puke feelings and suffer because puking is worse. And I was like, but I could get this. No,
No, not allowed.
not allowed. You sit here and deal with it. And I'm like, okay, I'll listen to you, body. But I know that this is going. Well, actually, it's probably like a normal length episode. But well, what is a normal length episode
What is
when it comes to
anything?
the Pointless Discourse podcast? But do you have any like what's top of your head Christmas tradition that you would do, like either?
I didn't have any strong ones. My family was, to put it simply, like they were immigrants to the U.S., so I was the first child born in the U.S. The only tradition that I started was being a rules lawyer and telling my mother, "Oh, it's 12:01 a.m. It's technically Christmas. I get to open my gifts now." But we didn't
So
have any like. I mean, we had specific Filipino like decorations and little things we would do, but none of it really felt, at least to me, like strong enough of a tradition for me to carry along with me.
mhm. So do you still tell Strider it's 12:01 open present now?
I did that for his birthday.
Close enough.
Same difference.
This probably also explains why you enjoy D&D and stuff that much, because it it was definitely helpful when we were doing the streamed D&D game, because I'm just sitting there, I'm like, me being the DM was like, I don't remember if this is the rule, and then you and Civil were both like, it is. Oh, okay. So yeah, that was fun. And I guess to answer my own question was, I know I shared the cinnamon bun thing, but for some reason, we would always open our stockings first, which normally all it had in it was some sort of drink, non-alcoholic. Like it would be like, I remember one year like it was just a whole bunch of red tea, which was good. And like it would have like a toothbrush and socks and stuff in there. And so I remember a couple years ago, because like that would be something like my mom would do. And for people who don't know, like my mom, she passed away a couple years ago, and so the year that she passed, I went and talked to like all my brothers, and I was like, they were still feeling a little bit down, so I was like, hey, let's do this different thing for like, because I don't know who's actually going to. There wasn't a lot of faith in my dad actually putting stuff in our stockings, and so we were like, hey, let's do something different. Let's each like go and draw someone else's name, and you fill their stocking. Like it doesn't have to be anything super expensive. And so we did that. I don't remember what we all got, but it was fun.
Yeah, that's a nice tradition to continue.
Not anymore. We all live in different houses now. So
When you could.
yeah. So that was fun. But now I have to buy my own chapstick.
Well, no.
Well, I bought this big pack and now I don't know where within me moving. I'm like, I don't know where these are. And so like every couple of months, like I'll open up a drawer and there's like, oh, here's chapstick.
Surprise chapstick. The chapstick
Speak-
elves are just leaving it for places you can find it.
Speaking about that, I'm from what I hear, people lose chapstick pretty easily.
Oh, I definitely do.
Um, I have a pretty good track record of using that, because I only put chapstick on before I go to bed, because the dentist told me like, wow, your lips are messed up. Before you go to bed, put on chapstick and they will help your lips. And so I've been doing that for years now. And it's the only time I put chapstick on. is right before I go to bed.
So you don't take it with you places?
No, but at the same time, I don't know where I would put it if I took it with me. I don't have a cool satchel.
But you have pockets.
Sometimes. Sometimes my pants are pockets. Looking at you, cargo pants. But yes, to draw our Christmas festivities to a close. Ding dong, bing bong, boom, boom, boom. Oh man, we should write down Christmas movies for next year.
We could do that, yeah. Or you guys could suggest us other Christmas themed things. There's so much Christmas stuff we could talk about.
I know. I wish there was as much stuff to talk about for Thanksgiving. But yeah, we'll draw this to a close. We would definitely love to see your guys' tier list, as was said at the beginning. The link to this tier list will be in the description. And yeah, share it with us. Send it over to Pointless Discourse over twitter.com/pointlessdiscourse. Disco. Hey guys, erase the last 10 seconds and here's the real ULR, or just go down into the description because it'll be there as well. Twitter.com/pointlessdisco. I got it.
Professionals.
Yeah, and what is, I don't know, if you're like, well, I don't feel like taking the tier list, but you made it this far, like, hey, what's your favorite Christmas tradition? Let us know, because if, even though we're doing this in future space, this still should come out 4 days before Christmas.
Yeah, I think so. I think if we timed things correctly.
Yeah. And yeah, we also won't be rolling for new topics this week, because next week we're going to be doing a Thanksgiving themed Thanksgiving. Oh,
New Year's.
I'm hungry.
Talking about rotisserie chicken poison candy canes.
Yeah, and mushroom candy canes. But yeah, we will be having a New Year's themed episode, which gonna be a little bit different and should be a lot of fun. Probably might be the most helpful podcast to date that we have made, or of all time.
I mean, we help tell people what they should play and not play or watch.
We definitely told people don't stay away from this poison in this episode, but this is an even more helpful thing. Maybe.
Possibly.
And then, guys, after that, we're going to have another guest on. Who is it? Well, you'll just have to wait till next week, and we'll let you know there, you little silly goose. Don't know why that's what came out of my mouth, but it did. I never had goose. They seem very angry. Angry bird.
Yeah, they are quite angry. There's a whole game about it.
There is?
Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, I never thought he was an angry goose, or she was an angry goose.
It honks a lot and steals stuff and is very mean.
Yes,
it's quite angry.
You were the one controlling it. Like, what you explained there is pretty much how people play Skyrim.
Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up the episode, though.
Yeah, I gotta go look at DoorDash because I didn't do grocery shopping. But yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you for stopping by, saying hi, eating pie, and that's normally how I end my stream, which we're not doing right now. But yeah, I hope you guys have an excellent Christmas, and we'll see you next week for some New Year's.
Yep. Happy holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas.
Happy fill-in whatever.
Are you trying to do that old phone commercial where they combine every holiday name?
No, I was just like, I'm like, what am I? Whatever. Just
okay.
Whatever you do, guys. Whatever you do.
Hope it's a good one.
Just don't do the incest coffee. I said it twice. Haha. If I said it one more time, we have to put the explicit. Okay, bye.